Verydarkman, how far is too far? Nedu, how far is too far? But this particular question is directed to VDM. We need to ask ourselves an important question. How far should we go to destroy someone else just to make a statement? VDM posted some videos a few hours ago. I think Nedu launched his new studio, perhaps a fresh start after past controversies. But just as the dust was beginning to kind of settle, Verydarkman released a secret recordings exposing past conversations or phone calls and alleged plans that paint Nedu in an unlawful light, which was about, Nedu was going to South Africa to meet Yahoo boys, sell drugs and the rest of it. The question is no longer about who is right or who is wrong. It is about the method of fighting. Verydarkman, you have built a reputation as a voice for justice, but at what cost? When does fighting for truth cross the line into becoming the very thing you claim to stand against? Is there a point where holding someone accountable turns into an obsession for destruction? When do we stop fighting for justice and start fighting simply to win? You see, Nedu, on the other hand, success is not always the best response, because after everything you just want to prove that you are becoming more successful. That's not a great response. You may feel that ignoring these accusations and putting out and continuing to shine will erase the past. But does it? At what point do you stop and face the issues head on? Shouldn't innocence be proven, not just performed? You can't even call, their age gap between you and VDM, I think is also something that you could call him and say, bro, what's going on? This was not my intention. I want to pose some 5 questions to Nedu, for example. Can success alone erase doubt, or should truth be actively defended? If you actually have nothing to hide, why not address the allegations directly and just speak about these things? Does ignoring an attack make it disappear, or does it leave room for more speculations? At what point does silence become an admission of guilt? Are you protecting your reputation or avoiding the truth? Because you need to come up, instead of you trying to sue VDM, trying to go after him legally, and this would not even turn out too well at the end of the day. You are just, expanding the hold up. So, let me pose some questions also to Verydarkman. Does exposing someone's past prove guilt, or does it only satisfy the hunger for destruction? If the goal is justice, should there not be a limit to how far we go? When does exposing secrets become an evasion of privacy? Are you fighting for truth or for dominance? Are you trying to just dominate? Have you considered that in trying to expose evil, you might become the evil yourself? At the end of the day, I think we must ask ourselves, are we truly standing for justice, or are we just tearing each other apart for spectacles? The real question is not about Nedu or VDM alone. It is about all of us. How far is too far? Honestly, I'm not happy with what VDM did on going extreme. Now, I know some people will say, oh, are you also into this? Is this why you are doing this? Are you into, I know some people even say, oh, you have been paid and all of that. No, it's like, if I had known some things about you and then we had misunderstanding, and now I am now bringing everything about you to the public, does that make me an innocent person? So that means that as long as you have good relationship with me, I will keep your secret. So those statements that VDM says, anybody who I know that you are doing anything wrong, I would speak out, even if it was my mother. Now it seems if you get me angry or you try to turn against me, then I will expose you. That is the picture that is being painted here. And I understand that VDM is a young guy and is going to make mistake. But brother, you have to wake up. You have to understand that you are bigger than some of these things. It's because what you have done is, in a sense, you have actually increased more enemy. 33 Strategies of War by Sun Tzu. If VDM can read it. Too many enemies keep piling up. How far is too far? When do you understand that you can no more envelope enemies in the smoke? Because you have already created them all around you. Let the comments begin. The ones who say, oh, you're not smart. The ones who say you're not committed to VDM. The ones who say, oh, you have been paid by Nedu. And hopefully Nedu also will be wise enough to bring down his pride and understand that sometimes it's not about maybe you're guilty, because we all know these people. Let's not even pretend like we don't know. Most of us know people who sell drugs in our community. We know people who actually are Yahoo boys. We know all these things. I don't even think there's a community in Nigeria that these particular people are not there. Well, we can't speak more than what we need to say. I've said it. Hopefully we can reason together and bring an end to this big problem going on.